Some of you probably have heard me say the word schooner before. And the Schooner Festival coming up in Labor Day, we hope, we think, 99.9% sure that we will have the Schooner Columbia, the replica of the Schooner Columbia, coming this year. The Columbia was built in 1923, the original, across the street, right here in Essex, and she had a wonderful history, although very brief. And it was built by Arthur Dana Story, and raced against the Blue Nose, and it has one of the great stories of Essex schooners. She was very fast and sank not very long into her career, just 3 or 4 years after she was built, off of Sable Island, where people refer to that as the graveyard of the Atlantic. And then, a few months later, a vessel was out fishing, a dragger was out fishing. And this was in a hurricane, by the way, and several boats were lost. And the dragger was out fishing. And in the cables, as they had the spotlights all shining, and in the spotlights, they cranked and cranked on those cables, and up came the schooner, right? Yeah, the Schooner Columbia. With her masts were still in place and her gaffs were missing, but her sails, but she looked amazingly intact. And this song was written by a guy who lived right here in Gloucester in the 70s, a guy named Fred Starner. And he wrote this song, and I don't know if any of you remember, a wonderful place to hear music, mostly maritime music, and for a lot of people it was their way to sort of be introduced to it, was at a little down under the, under a building on Pirates Lane in Gloucester called the Winds of Change. I know a lot of you remember that, and the group Starboard List recorded this song. They brought it to a lot of people's attention. And so we've dredged it back up again for this year for Columbia coming. Stan and I went down to Panama City where this replica made of steel has been built. And we've seen her, we've been on board, and boy, she is a beauty. So here's the song Columbia. Columbia was built of stout oak and good pine. She was launched with a cheer and a cup of good wine. Her canvas was graceful and stitched extra strong. It seemed that her builders could do her no wrong. The crews of Columbia were day.